Wind energy is a non-pollutant energy, and it can go on as long as the sun is in our world. It is a new, reliable, new way to power most of our homes. It creates energy by wind turbines creating the energy. Got the quieter and
Okay, it has a generator which also helps store the energy. It got quieter. It got the sound got lower as technology got more, and it's worth the money because it runs 24/7 and it is exactly 100%. It is growing because
people are making more technological advancements to make them more efficient. They're not harmful to people or animals living on the ground. Almost all the other renewable energies do pollute. So that is why you should choose wind as our new way to power our houses. People hope that it will be a new source of energy. It is probably the best way to power our homes. Go wind!
All right, solar.
Hello, our name is Solar. Thank you for inviting us. Solar energy is a very good energy source. You can use many like structures for to use solar energy, power houses, vehicles, do many things such as power a house. And there's a ton of solar power stuff. There's solar power calculators and stuff. And solar energy is also, it does not pollute, and done.
Okay. So since wind went first, solar, would you like to go first or second with your arguments?
First.
Okay. So now you got your 1 minute time limit starting now.
Wind is not always blowing, so you must use electricity when wind is not blowing.
Say done when done.
Truly, it does. Not always. It's not always operating 24/7. But people are using batteries to store the energy collected from other times. So when it's not operating, it still sends power created by wind to house, even when wind is not moving. Done.
Remember, always check with your partners before you say done. Okay, wind, your first argument.
It doesn't produce as much energy at night.
That is true, but there is such thing called a solar satellite, and solar satellites are up in space, and there's a ton of them, and it's like going down to Earth, and it can collect sunlight, but it is at night time.
It's always aiming at the sun. So even if it is nighttime, it will be always running. Always running. Done.
Bad weather
That's okay.
Wind turbines are noisy, and each one can generate the same level of noise from a family car traveling 70 miles an hour.
Done. Actually, technology advancements have made wind turbines make less noise.
And it's so it's quieter than the background
Noise of your house.
Some solars. They contain toxins.
Can you guys be clearer? What's they? You never start with a they.
Solar contain toxins.
That is true, but well, they sort of pollute because of that toxic stuff. But once they, like, it's not them. And once they are like dead and you can't use them anymore, you can recycle them and give them to a place that can make them over again.
Are you talking about the solar cells? You can recycle the solar cells?
Yeah. Done.
Done.
The current cost of batteries are really expensive, and needing to replace occasionally makes more expensive and less environmentally friendly.
Girls, you have to say done.
Done.
I'm sorry, could you repeat that?
Okay. Well, the batteries are the current cost of batteries are expensive. Like you said, that they need the batteries if it's not flowing, and need replacing occasionally, making it more expensive and less environmentally friendly.
Batteries for
Wait.
Done.
It doesn't matter because it's on their time.
Oh.
But thank you for saying done.
Oh.
It's on your time, guys.
You gotta say the sentence.
So defend against batteries.
Okay.
I thought.
Even though the cost of batteries is high, it's just with the initial buying of the wind turbine, and after that it has no cost. Done.
Yeah, boys, it's your argument.
Um,
You guys look at the camera. Wherever the camera's pointing, that's who should be speaking, just so you know.
When you first buy a solar panel,
I'm sorry. When you guys look at each other, I just meant if you're not sure who's up, check the camera out. If it's pointing at you, you're up. Do you know what I mean now?
Oh.
Sorry, I talk to each other, but look at the camera to see who's up. Thank you.
when you first buy a solar panel, it does cost it can cost up to $50,000. Done.
Wait, can you repeat that?
When you first buy solar panels, it can cost up to $50,000. Done.
That's true, but
Well, they are all different prices, and like if you want really a big one, it's more expensive than a little one, and a house will probably only need like a little one, but maybe a school needs a roof full. But
okay, and there is such a thing as called a solar power plant, and those are expensive too, but they produce way more electricity than one solar panel. They can produce enough energy for a whole city.
so you would give them
Oh, sorry, you said done. Okay, girls' argument.
wind turbines can't be placed in a city where they're needed most because of the noise and how loud they are. Done.
Yes, that is true, but that's why they place it in more rural areas or suburban, because it's less dangerous, and and there's less pollution.
Done. The average solar cells is up to 20% efficient. Done. Can you repeat that, please? The average solar cell is up to 20% efficient.
Well, as we said, the solar power plants are almost 60% more efficient than one solar panel, and the solar satellites too. They can collect energy too, and they're efficient because there's a ton of them.
And it would be more than
No, girls, it's look at where the camera is. Ms. Martinez, could you start the timer whenever it's their turn, because otherwise they'll just take forever. Please, thank you.
Wind turbines are expensive. They can range from $1.2 million to $2.6 million.
That is true, but wind turbines are 100% clean, so worth the money.
And also, after the original buying of the turbine, there is no cost after that and no need for maintenance.
Done.
If you don't live in a sunny climate, then you need to buy more than one solar panel, and it costs a lot of money.
Done. That is true, but if you have solar power plants, then
It covers a whole field.
yeah.
And we have like a picture that there's like a ton of solar power plants, and it's just like the one that you said was expensive. You can use solar satellites and solar.
And also you can place it in certain places where, like in a nice place in order to get the energy.
Done.
If you need to put it somewhere where trees are, you have to cut down a lot of the trees in that area.
They didn't say done.
Done. That's why people place them in the desert.
No. I talked about
Anyway, continue.
well, people just cut a lot of trees down today, so there's still a lot of room for wind turbines. So, do you have anything to say?
Also, wind turbines can also be placed in deserts where there isn't that much interference. Done. For your solar satellites, as energy travels from any power plant as such, some of that energy just goes up into the air. So, based on the fact that the solar sites are out of this entire planet, that could remove quite a lot of the energy collected by them. Done.
Well, I don't think that's true, but
There are microwaves that we use to cook our food, but that carry the energy down to Earth and from the sun, so it does all stay. It doesn't like go into Earth.
yes.
So there's things
Well, it doesn't even happen.
And 2 year study, 182 birds were killed by wind turbines.
It's a lot.
Yeah, done. That's true, but out of every average of one turbine, a bird gets hit by it every 2 to 3 years. So it doesn't seem that much. Done. Some houses don't have enough room for solar panels. Done.
If it's part of your argument, that's fine. If it's
true. Some houses don't have enough space for a solar panel, but they can.
Put them in their backyards.
Yeah, they have the ones that
Or-
you can prop off your roof too. So they're in enough like space too.
Or even just like a solar oven, or like just like an appliance with even saving using that has enough.
Caroline, you have to be hearable on the camera, so you gotta be louder, please.
So like even if they don't have enough room on their roof, then they would still probably have room for an appliance in their house.
That can be used solar energy from different uses.
All right, why don't we say 2 last arguments per group? So if you need an extra couple seconds to organize, that's fine. Find your 2 best that are left. On purpose, I said they could have extra time to get organized. You guys do. Okay, girls, I need to start the clock, so get your 2 ready, please.
If you live close to a wind turbine, it
Can
affect UTV signal.
Done?
done.
It really does not mess up your TV unless you're like living right on top of a wind turbine.
Like super close to one. It just doesn't really like.
If you have it in your backyard, it might affect it. You can't put it by pollution because it really affects it, and a lot of the world is polluted.
And so solar energy can pollute.
Right, you again said it. What did I tell you about being specific, guys? I don't know what that means.
Solar energy can pollute. Done.
Did you just say solar energy can pollute? Done? Okay.
No, because like
You said done, though. That's frustrating.
Actually, solar energy does not pollute. It
pollutes very little.
actually doesn't pollute only when they die. Talk with a couple of toxic chemicals come off, but then you can recycle them. Does not pollute.
There's very little pollution.
It can explode.
Wind energy.
Wind energy can explode lungs.
Bats lungs.
Bats' lungs, and if bats die off, it can have more mosquitoes,
And then
There'll be
illnesses.
more mosquitoes.
and then illnesses can occur.
Done.
Well, that is true, but other things eat mosquitoes, and bats don't really give us like any resources that we need.
And
It would be worse if it was like cows or something.
how many mosquitoes do you think a bat really kills in like a year?
Done.
For they say that solar panels need to be cleaned often, or else they can't get. Otherwise, the sun doesn't actually make it to the actual solar cells.
And sometimes if you like wash it off with like a different like temperature with water, they can sometimes break. Like
If it's hot and you dump something cold on it, it will break.
Okay.
done.
Solar mean, that is true, but you can probably buy stuff that you can clean it with. It's like you don't have to put water in it. You can probably just wash it with it. And maybe they have companies that can wash it for you. And by the way, they die. It takes about 30 years for a solar panel to die, and that's a long time. Yeah. And you can always recycle them to the company.
And they need to be cleaned often.
Yeah.
Like every once in a while. Like not really every 2 months. Every like
We don't know, so we don't listen to it. So
not very often.
done.
Okay, so I think that was our last argument, correct? Okay, can you guys go in the hall? Okay. So boys, you have the choice of going first or second.
We'll go second.
Okay, so girls.
We have a video that is very important about the bird getting hit, and some pigs are really cool. So if you don't like sad things happening to animals, you might want to close your eyes. So here's the video. It doesn't happen for a while though.
No, 5 seconds.
Yeah.
You good boys, be good.
I even heard Charlie go.
Yep, it's Sam.
Okay.
And then
you
these are power plants. And you see how there's so many of them.
Oh my gosh.
They cost $1 billion.
There's a lot.
And then these are the solar satellites. So they directly face to the sun.
Now, is this a real thing or is this a concept? Like it already exists?
Yeah. They have
I believe you have just never heard of this
The
before.
sun is like over here and it's shining on, like it's farther though.
Yeah.
It's shining on here.
Where is one of these solar, like, can you find out where that is? Because that's just a drawing.
Yeah, I guess. Well, when they're doing their
Yeah.
final thing, can you look?
Yeah, I need to
Oh,
know.
wait, I'm not done.
I just need to know before the end of this debate if they exist yet or not.
Okay, and I'm not done.
Okay.
We have just showed you some of our reasons we think that our energy source is better. Thanks.
Okay. Very good, boys. You want to go? You go next. Judges, be good.
When our worthy opponent said you can put solar panels in your backyard, some people can because there's so many trees in their backyard. They can't really beam down and get the solar energy. They don't even-
Also, that's about those solar satellites. Even if they do exist, as Mr. Solars told us last energy debate, as energy travels, as electricity travels, it disperses into the air and is not used.
And the reason there's more wind turbines than probably solar panels is because wind turbines are more popular.
Okay.
Also,
We did not agree on this.
as some people may have seen before, there are quite a lot of wind farms with a large amount of wind turbines. So based on the fact there are quite a lot of wind turbines, that also makes just as maybe whatever.
When you guys said that it explodes back, when wind energy explodes back lungs when you're close, like when you're by it,
It's only for if there's like a low pressure system, which happens a lot, but not. It's not always. Yeah. Okay. Wind energy.
Wind energy fights for you.
Wind energy fights for you.
Thank you, people.
Done?
You're welcome.
All right. End of the hallway, please.
What recording?
Okay, yeah, exactly. What recording, right? We usually stand up for this one, so can you guys go up there? All right, kiddos. Remember, I don't tell you if it's a close vote or not, but I want to tell you I did enjoy both debates. I thought you guys did a nice job. We do have a winner. You guys want to announce it on the count of 3? Ready? 1, 2, 3. Win! All right, congratulations, kiddos.
Thank you, world.
All right, so our final debate will be wind versus, is it nuclear?
Yeah.
All right, very good.